I had a free coaching session a few years ago, and during the break, a young lady came up to me and said, "You know what, Debola, I know all these things. I know all these things you're talking about, goal settings, the benefit of goal settings. I set them every year. I know what I want. I know why I should go for it, but I just can't get myself to stop." Uh-huh. Immediately she said that, I recognized that because I have been there. And I was convinced that it wasn't a knowledge problem, it wasn't a motivation problem. So I gave her a paper and I said, "You know what, don't join the class for the next few minutes. Sit down, take a moment, reflect on your past 24 hours, and write down hour by hour what you've done." And then we continued the session. She came back to me to say, "You know what? I say it now." She didn't need the rest of the session. Some people are very smart. They are driven, goal conscious, ambitious. They want to make a difference in their lives, in the lives of those around them. They want to live a life of impact, but they just can't start. In this video, I'm going to share with you one hidden thing that might be holding you back from making progress. Just one. And if you solve this, you will shift your life 360 degrees for the better. You see, back then, before I got married, even before I started working, it must have been that break after university while, I was waiting to be called up for NYSC. That time, I didn't have much to do. I could have made sense out of my life at that point, probably take a course, learn a skill, volunteer, but I wasted it 100%. I would watch Prison Break for hours, non-stop. I remember we used to have a chef at that time, Bassi. He would come to me and say, "Food is ready." I would eat, I would resume again. I would eat, I would go back to the TV again. And then I moved to 24. Was it 24 before Prison Break? I don't know. At that time, Jack Bauer was living rent-free in my head. And then it was Big Brother show. The horrible thing was I would be watching them even when they were sleeping. I honestly didn't understand how what I was watching. Like, I wouldn't sleep. I would just be watching. The TV was my companion. Like, I would spend hours and hours just watching the TV. It just sucked me in 100%. Even when I started working, I couldn't break the habit. When I wasn't at work, I was in front of the TV. I knew all the shows and I knew all the time slots. I never wanted to miss anything. And then at some point, my phone took over. There was a time my phone screen time was 7 hours a day. 7 hours. That's a whole work shift every single day. And no, I wasn't selling on Instagram. I wasn't building anything. I would just be scrolling through other people's lives, posting photos, waiting for likes. Gosh. Even when I wasn't on Instagram, I was thinking of when to go on Instagram to post something, what the caption would be, what was I thinking? It got so bad at a point that when I started praying, it would interfere. I would be praying and my mind would drift to Instagram. I really know what phone addiction feels like, trust me. And this is why I keep, nagging my sons. I can't let them get to that level. I can't, because you see, phone addiction is quiet, but it is real. Even those who are addicted don't know they are. You only start to know when important things start getting sacrificed. You see, when I look back now, I can't help but think of all the missed opportunities, all the seeds I could have planted if I had just redirected a fraction of that time to something worthwhile. And I'm sharing this because I had a wake-up call. You see, the day I realized that time had been slipping through my fingers, that was the day I decided to take control. You know, there was a year that we didn't turn on the TV at home for more than 7 months. Nothing excited me anymore. I remember one day my son kicked a ball in the living room and I said, "Do you want to break the TV?" And then and then he goes, "We wouldn't miss it, mommy. The TV never comes on. We won't miss it." Because I just said, you know what, this is becoming too much. And it was off for like 7 months. And by the time it came back on, I'd lost interest because I was busy writing my first book and it was exciting. On Clip Your Wings, I shared my career and life story there. Something I'd always wanted to do, but never had time for. So if you are in that phase right now, scrolling endlessly, binge watching, I see you. And I want you to know you're not lazy. You're not hopeless. You're just distracted. A lot of people are distracted. And the moment you become aware, that's the moment you stop and then say, you know what, this can't be how my story ends. This is not it. The moment you get to that point, your life begins to shift for the better. Do something for me. After this video, check your screen time. On Android, go to Digital Wellbeing and Parental Controls. If you're on iOS, go to Screen Time. You should check. There is no perfect screen time number, trust me, but there are general guidelines. And for babies under 2, none. Except maybe they are doing video calls with loved ones, none. Age 2 to 4, maybe 1 hour. For, older kids, teens, and adults, you have to aim for 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. Unless your phone is making you money or building you business, you've got no business spending 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours a day. And I hear this all the time. Oh, I want to launch a YouTube channel, Debola, but I don't have time. Oh, Debola, I want to start investing. I want to start learning how to invest, but I don't have time. Debola, I want to learn this tech skills. I know this will fetch me more money, but I don't have time. You have time. Wallahi, you have time. You have time. You see, sometimes my friends or those in my circle would always say, Debola, I don't know how you do it too. How do you do all these things? You see, I know how I do it. I max out my 24 hours and I don't leave leaks anywhere. Does that mean I don't watch TV shows? No. I am watching Suits for the 5th time, because I love Abby Specter, I love Lois Leeds, So I'm watching Suits for the 5th time. I go on Instagram sometimes. I watch a few of Taoma's skits. Yeah, I do all those things. But I never do it to the point that it consumes me. And I don't do it when I have things to do. I know a number of us are living on autopilot. We just wake up, and we get pulled into different directions, into people's agenda. And by the time we say, oh, Jack Robinson, the day is gone. But you see, for us to be able to do the things that are most important to us, for us to be able to be successful, we have to take charge. We have to set boundaries. We have to schedule time for everything. We cannot just keep running on autopilot. We have to become first aware of our pattern. How are we spending our time now? That's why you also need to do a 48-hour time audit. I have created something simple. If you comment time audit, I will send this to you. If you track your last 48 hours honestly, you will find hours in there that could have been spent doing something else. But if you're not aware, if you don't go through this exercise, you probably won't know. But if you have important things that you need to do in life, you have to do this exercise. Run that time audit. And then find 1 or 2 things that you see that no longer serves you or is a waste of time, and eliminate it. And put something else into that time. Even if it is 1 hour you claim back, in a day, and you spend that 1 hour either reading or learning something or building something or researching something, it is good. It is good time spent, and it compounds as well. Good habit compounds, good choices compounds. It compounds, and before you know it, you cannot even do without doing that thing that makes your life better. And if you're thinking, how is all this important? Why is it important? Why do I have? You should see my video. Actually, it's an audio podcast. You should listen to it on the top 5 regrets of the dying. And I'll see you there.